All right, I think I'm live. I think so. This is great. Cool. Awesome. Well, here we are. This is where things left off on Saturday. Getting used to Unity's terrain and kind of building off of that. Let's see. I think that one of the things I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at potentially using Gaia and seeing about what I could potentially do there. I don't know. I'm not really sure yet. I'm really not sure what I want to do there. So that's the thing I'm thinking about, if I want to do Gaia or if I want to do something different. The nice thing is I have this, which is able to, get me kind of started. But it's definitely, I feel like I probably will reach some limitations here with what I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to build as the game moves on and gets larger. But I'm still just trying to figure it out. Okay. I think about where I want to go with this thing. Right now, it's just a pretty basic build, but I have kind of some ideas of what I want to do here. All right. I think first thing is figuring out how to get this terrain built out. Figuring out how to actually get the camera to work the way that I want it to. I think I probably need to start building out a checklist of things of how I want to build it. Yeah, because right now it's just kind of like wide open. try and figure out where I'm going next to this thing. Well, right now I'm looking at I've been looking at Gaia, and I'm trying to figure out what's the most cost-effective alternative to Gaia, because Gaia is not an easy, just like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna spend $200 on something that I don't really know 100% if I'm gonna get my money's worth out of it. So I'd rather do something that isn't gonna be breaking my bank here at the beginning, my budget, what I'm trying to do here. Thanks, I'm glad that I see somebody commented in the chat. Thanks for thinking that it's awesome so far. I appreciate that. According to what I'm reading, it sounds like I can do Gaia standard first. So I'm just trying to do my research and find out. So if I buy Gaia standard, then don't have to pay full price for Gaia Pro later. I just want to make sure that I'm not going to have to spend $50 in one day and then spend another $200 later. I mean, $50 I feel like is understandable to buy something that is going to help out and get something going, but $200 is too much right at the beginning. Procedural worlds. Okay. Create stunning worlds in minutes. Well, I guess I'll show what I'm looking at here on the stream. So Gaia, create stunning worlds in minutes. Gaia is powerful all-in-one terrain and scene generation system for mobile, VR, console, and desktop. Delivers simple, fast, and pretty terrifying. By the way, I'm not like sponsored by these guys to say any of this. I'm literally just reading because I'm just trying to be an educated consumer, an educated buyer, and not get something that's going to really mess me up here. It saves time, money, and heartache by including everything you need to create beautiful environments. Okay. Sample trees from Gaia Pro. Gaia Pro gets this guy's background music, sound effects. I mean, I'm an indie, so I feel like start here, see where it gets me, and then work from there. See if it goes and gets better. I think I'll do that. Okay. Thanks for checking out the stream. Really appreciate that. Thank you. Right now I'm just building something out in Unity. Just taking my time with trying to make sure I'm getting the right situation on my hands here. I'm looking at Gaia, building things out in Gaia. All right. Yeah, okay. Just buying Gaia right now, so. All right, open in Unity. Yep. All right, download Gaia for Unity 6. All right. I'll be right back. thanks for letting me know that the mic was muted. Really appreciate that. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the support. I was gonna say, I saw somebody on Twitch say that I was doing an awesome job on the stream. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. Really appreciate the support. Okay. Yeah, okay. Continue. Installation process could take some time. Would you like to be the quick start guide while it's running? Yeah, let's see. Okay, pull it up here. All right, so quick start guide. Gaia enables rapid and precise creation of beautiful worlds. What can I create with Gaia? That's cool. Must be optimized for each platform limitation. Okay. I'm not going to show too much of this PDF just because I don't really know what is, what's copyright and what's not. I don't want to, because I did pay for this, I don't want to like take and just have everything freely available on the stream for people to just kind of like watch and say, oh yeah, I know how this works. So just kind of like let procedural worlds have their copyright stuff. I'm just gonna keep it off screen for now. So set up. Okay. Very disk intensive. Okay, so one of the things that it's talking about is having upgraded RAM, but obviously, right, we know anybody who's doing anything with computers in the last like year or two has found out that RAM and storage is ridiculously expensive. So that's obviously not something that is going to be possible. Make sure your GPU is relatively recent. Yes. 6 gigabytes VRAM. Yes. So I have an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070. So I'm in good shape there on that end. Make sure your graphics drivers are up to date. Stick to Unity's LTS releases. Unity considers everything else technical preview, and they're often quite buggy. Yeah, all good on that end. Installation directories. Gaia is installed into the procedural worlds directory. Okay. Before using Gaia, please ensure it's correctly configured for your project. Alright, I guess we're going to give it some time here. Just going to check something real quick. Alright. So let's see. I guess while we're doing that, hopefully I don't crash anything in the process of doing this, but I'm gonna get Blender going here and I'm gonna do some modeling while this is doing this, because oh, you know what I just noticed? My little guys aren't on right now. Let me fix that too. The live stream. There we go. There we go. That should be better. Okay, so okay, cool. Yeah, so like if you're in the chat, like you'll see the little guys on the bottom, which is really cool. I like them. Shout out to Streaming Avatars for that. That's all them. That's on Steam, and it's a really cool little product that you can get on there. But I guess for now, I'm gonna hop on over to Blender, open up my RPG character, and then I'll switch the screen so that way y'all can see that. And then I'll start modeling for right now. That way, this is gonna take a little while, so I don't want to be like just eating up the stream with just installs. All right. This is where we left off the last time. Got the guy's face, got his eyes closed. Looks kind of angry a little bit, but hey, that's okay. That's okay. You gotta start somewhere, and I think that angry is better than no emotion at all. Let's make sure that I got everything set up here. Yeah, that's right. Okay. All right. So, just gotta get myself all squared up. And these little things here, you can see this. This is a drawing glove. You just pop that on right there like that, and that makes it nice for whenever you're trying to smooth, like slide your hand around, and you have your digital pen here. Yeah, you can do it with an iPad too, like if you have an iPad, which is really cool. But definitely getting some life into this guy, and I feel like he's kind of coming to life, which is really awesome to see. I think like as I'm going along here, you can kind of tell I'm a very artistically minded person. I'm not very much I'm not really much of a programmer, so this is where this is kind of like my forte, not really more on the programming side, but we'll see how things go as it progresses. Figure out what we're doing here. We'll start off small. I want to get some kind of a reference image, and let's take a second here. So like this is good, but I think I want to go ahead and do 3D reference images. Not that. Yeah, not 3dmodel.org. I don't remember what the website's called. Sketchfab, I think. Maybe that's it. Yeah, Sketchfab. This is what I want. Okay, so let's see. Male face. So you can see kind of when you come out on Sketchfab, you have tons of different examples you can use, and you just got to find the one that looks the most like the one you want. I mean, it's just a reference at the end of the day. It's not anything like, it's not anything that you have to use 100% of. They got Kratos. That's pretty cool. Maybe it's not Kratos. Maybe, I mean, it looks like Kratos to me. I don't know. But yeah, just trying to figure out what I want to use here. I guess let's see, because I'm trying to go for like that self-shaded thing. See if we can get something that's linked. Somebody made a link. We can go from that. And that's pretty cool. Let me kind of see, yeah, like how this cartoony, like he's got this going on here. And I do not have that in mind at all. Big eyes, pointed chin. And see, that's the kind of style that I'm going for in this game. I don't want to go for like hyper realism or anything. Obviously, this is an older model of Link because, like, look at the poly count on it. Like, this is probably like Nintendo Wii era, Nintendo GameCube era. Looking at what this actually looks like, you know, maybe Wii U. I wouldn't really say Switch. This looks a little bit too low poly for Switch even, but I think it gives a good reference actually of what I'm trying to go for. And kind of the nose, especially, like I said in the stream the other day, the nose is something that you really want to pay attention to. The eyes, how wide the mouth is, the distance between the nose and the mouth, distance between the mouth and the chin. I feel like this is going to be a good reference for me actually. I'll move this off screen, let me view it. And then that way I can kind of see what I'm doing here as I'm building this guy out. Now obviously my character has way higher poly, but I think one thing that's kind of coming to mind right off the top is how detailed the eyelids are and the nose. I kind of need to bring this back, dial it back a little bit, because the nose on Link is kind of like this guy here. He's kind of got like that number there, but obviously it has to work for the character. You know, you can't just and then you don't want that to happen either. But that's okay, that's fixable. And we can smooth that out a little bit. There we go. It's looking better. I'm thinking kind of want to pinch this in a bit more. And probably actually even do this. Kind of zoom out a little bit, see what I've got going on here. Grab that down there like that. I want the really big, you know, the big eyes, like what we saw a minute ago with Link. You know, that's kind of what I'm going for in the character design there. When he opens his eyes up, he should have like nice big eyes. And then that mouth was a lot wider. And then I think we need to move everything up just a hair. Nice and happy. Maybe move the nose down a bit. Okay, I think one other thing is there's got to be some scrunching up here a little bit. Smooth things out as you go, really kind of keep things looking nice. But that's definitely more about where I want it to be. Alright, now the mouth has to get, I mean, it has to get a little bit more tweaked here. Let's see. If you see me moving my mouse around, it's just because I'm jumping between my screens. I mean, he's got, his cheeks are definitely bigger than that. His cheeks are bigger. Gotta zoom it out a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. It kind of comes down to a point. And like I said earlier, I'm not going exactly one for length, but I do, you know, I do take inspiration because no art is 100% original. Everything is kind of inspired by something before it. That's just the way art works. Let's see. This book here is a phenomenal book if you're into art, and it talks about exactly what I'm talking about. Steal like an artist. So this right here is, I mean, when you do art, everything is kind of stolen from the generation before you a little bit. And so that's kind of how everything kind of gets to be what it is. All right, so now gotta get those lips right. I feel like for one thing, when I was looking at his mouth and his chin, I feel like that's one thing that's definitely wrong here. From the side, let's take a look from the side. Yeah, so the nose is actually not bad. The nose is pretty good, but the mouth has to come out quite a bit, and the chin has to kind of get tucked down a little bit more. That's pretty good. And you know, while we're at it, so he's got like you kind of want to get the ears here a little bit. There we go. That's better. Kind of getting some definition there. Kind of again. Okay. That's good. There we go. All right. So That's good. Alright. Get some sharp going on here. Well, one thing is, this is not what I want. See, this is one thing that's kind of a problem. I think I need to get this all filled in here. Yeah, there we go. Now we're talking. And then smooth that out a bit. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. That's pretty cool. I like that. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, actually. And I definitely think that I want the nose to be a bit more pointed here. Let's see. Let's smooth this out a little bit. There we go. That's cool. That's really cool. Very good. All right. Yeah, I like that a lot. Yeah. And now we just need to build up this a little bit more. Build up that lip. See, we're trying to get rid of material too much. Whoa, that's too big. Trying to get rid of the material too much, and that was kind of the problem. Sometimes it's just about knowing when to add and when to subtract. And then you kind of go from there. And smooth. But then you gotta also not lose your definition. Now I'm starting to lose the definition of the mouth itself. But I think it's time for a remesh. Maybe actually go back one. Remesh it with down 2. Yeah, that way we kind of keep it relatively high poly. Inflate these a little bit. Maybe take it down just a little bit further than that even. That's pretty good. But now I've run into a new problem in that this is like a big gap. That's not what I want. So now I need to build that back up a bit. Not bad, actually. I feel like that's a pretty good starting point for what you'd want the lips to look like. Kind of got this thing going on here. Just needs a little bit of definition. Pretty good. Yeah. That's better. Alright. I think I'm done with him for tonight. No. Actually, I do a little bit more. I'm gonna get this all smoothed up a bit. Get that all smoothed up a bit. Maybe bring it down just a hair because, and then also that as well. Get some more definition down like this, but kind of just depends on what you're going for. That's good. Yeah, that's really good. Awesome. Like digital clay. But I don't think he'd have. I think we need to get that bit adjusted up there. That'll probably be. I'm also not trying to go for an alien look either, which is not supposed to look like an alien. So that's important to keep in mind too. It's gotta have a very human look. Let's see. No, that's not right. That's not what I want. So you can easily mess things up pretty quickly if you don't pay attention. That's pretty good like that, I feel like. Alright, yeah, I need to know, I know when it's time to walk away, and I think that it's time to walk away from this for tonight. Because otherwise I'm afraid I might go too far and mess him up. So that's good for tonight. At least I got him built up. Now let's go ahead and hop back into Unity. And it looks like Gaia is all working now, so that's pretty cool. Gaia is going well. I can hop on that. All right. Okay. Back over to Gaia. Make sure I save out of my Blender stuff that I was working on there. Exit that. Okay, cool. That's good. All right. That's good. Move some things around here on my desk. Okay. Quick start guide, create your first world. Okay, so I gotta get that quick start guide back open again. There we go. And make sure I know what I'm doing here for... I actually started my first world here. Yeah, Sky consists of multiple modules. Unfold the package. I didn't see that. Talking about switch color space to linear. Okay. Open Gaia Manager. Let's try it out. Let's see what happens here. Okay. Shader graph variant is less than 256. Hey, thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Shader. Edit preferences, shader graph. Okay. And it said what now? It said that it needs to be what? Shader graph variant limit. $256, right? Yeah. System found following issues. Shader distance is very short. Okay. So I wonder how I do that. So these settings let you figure out how shadows look and behave, find a good balance between the visual quality and performance. Shadow section has the following properties. Maximum distance from the camera at which Unity renders the shadows. Does not render shadows farther than this distance. URP. I do fix. Yeah, okay. Oh, I guess. Well, there goes that. Enjoy Mario chilling out on the beach while Unity reloads, and after that crash, Mario just chilling out on the beach there. Just waiting for it to load back up. There we go. Okay, that was not what I expected to happen. Let's see. Maybe too many things going on at one time. Okay, well there's the terrain. Maybe we need to disable the terrain since we're going to be doing something else. Let's do this. Let's just turn that off for now. Technically it's still there, but let's make sure we can get to our player armature. Yeah, okay. Alright, That's good. And the game, I mean, obviously it's still there, but thinking, see, I'm really hard pressed about if I want to delete it or not. I mean, if I'm gonna go all in on this, I might as well delete it because there's really no reason to keep it at this point. Okay. No, I just need to figure out. I don't really need that. Procedural worlds. Packages. Gaia. Don't need that. Huh. Game objects? Alright, hold up. So it's window procedural worlds. And then show Gaia manager. There we go. Okay. Now watch, it's gonna break it again. Let's see. You want, yes, continue. Hey, look, it didn't do it. That's good. Alright. Gaia packages. Watch, maybe I spoke too soon. Okay. Project settings. Gaia packages. Gaia maintenance. Alright, create world. World size medium. Target platform. I mean, I'd like it if it could be on mobile. Target biome. Gaia Pro Sample, Book of the Dead, Cincy Studios. I don't know. Custom. List is empty. I guess. Okay. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's go back here. This says about render pipelines. Okay. Book of the Dead demo. I don't know what the hell that is. Oh, this was like 8 years ago. Okay, so this was like a tech demo of what Unity was capable of doing 8 years ago. And this is like really advanced stuff. I mean, it was really cool to see, you know, what it can do there. It's just like really high def forest. I can kind of show a really quick snippet of it, but I don't want to do it too long because of copyright, but I'll show real quick. Just like literally lost my place as it went through. Okay, so I'll show. So this is what I was talking about. If you want to see, let's see. I'll click snip ahead here. Really advanced stuff. I mean, you can see like really advanced, but you know, if you want to find out yourself, just, you know, go on YouTube and look it up, Book of the Dead Unity Interactive Demo. I just don't really want to get any kind of strikes against my channel, so that's why I'm going to be really careful about that. But that's what you have. Gaia Pro is part of the regular Gaia setup and can be installed. Render pipelines. Highly detailed vegetation. High density of objects. If you find yourself struggling, try adjusting the LOD. Standard tab acts as a wizard to guide you through world creation process. I mean, towns, City Studios, Gaia Pro sample. I mean, world designer, manual with stamper, custom. Plus prototypes. Yeah, I'm gonna check out YouTube and see if I can figure out how to use Gaia. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Okay. So now, I guess, this has kind of been an experiment of trying to figure out, Gaia and learning it, and I don't know if I'm super thrilled with it, to be honest. Like, I guess it has some nice features, but I think, like, for me, it's it's almost like you're trying to go too cookie cutter, and you can't really customize it as well as you want. I guess I could try it and see. I don't know. Yeah. Like, you can kind of create this terrain, sure. And it does all that for you, which is cool and all, but like, I guess you could do the same thing if you just took the time and like actually created it yourself. I don't really see why you need to have it. I don't know. I'm not like super impressed with it, to be honest, but it's something that, at least I learned about it, and maybe it's something that I'll play around with some more and figure out, but I don't know. I think that's it for tonight. I don't think I have any more in me for tonight. I kind of want to play around and learn, try to think about where I want to go with this thing next, because what it's doing right now is I'm not super thrilled with it. I might take and zoom back a little bit and try and figure out how I want to scale my game, because this is really a lot. I understand why RPGs are so difficult, but I'm gonna stay with it. I'm gonna stay with it. I just need to figure out where I need to go next because this is a challenge for sure. So, all right.